we find that most of them come from low strata of the society. They do not have employment. The per capita income level of those families is very low. They are induced by the antisocial elements, by fraud or by promise of a job, and then lured into either servitude, involuntary servitude, or into prostitution. It is involuntary because it is against the will of the person. In fact, the trafficker dominates the will of the trafficked person. What is required is to understand the internal processes of the whole crime system, how crime is actually executed. In fact, sir, I want to bring to your kind notice that Goa police was successful in prosecuting a case of human trafficking and the punishment was awarded. It is very rare that conviction is secured in the human trafficking cases, and I think that it was the result of the last 2 seminars which were held by Goa police with the help of MHA, with your support and guidance, that our IOs were able to prosecute successfully those cases in the court of law. At the same time, sir, these kinds of seminars also promote mutual understanding between various stakeholders, because what I personally feel is that sometimes a case is acquitted because of lack of following of procedure on technical grounds. If a judge is convinced that a person is guilty, I personally feel that on the basis of technical grounds or lack of following of procedure, the accused should not be acquitted. Because if the police has prosecuted him, we have marshalled the witness in the court of law. It may be because sometimes the cases take very long time, and due to the lapse of memory, the witness may not be able to depose correctly in the court of law. So therefore, there is need of sensitization at all levels, at the level of prosecutors, police and the judicial system, so that we are able to shake the foundation of this menace. Worldwide, human trafficking is prevalent. Innocent people are lured and taken abroad, but where they die also. Recently, there was an instance when a Gujarati family, I think 10 of them, they died in the severe cold in one of the states of United States of America. So therefore, this problem is purely not a legal problem. It is part of our socio-economic system where the administrator, where everybody involved in the administration of the state and the country need to be sensitized, and these seminars are basically an effort to do that only. So I'm sure that during the day-long seminar, there will be positive inputs, people will interact with each other, and now I will not stand between you and the Honorable Chief Minister. We are waiting for his guidance and inspiration. Thank you very much for having me here, and I also thank the Honorable Chief Minister who took time out of his busy schedule to grace this occasion, and he will definitely guide us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now we pray to Goddess Saraswati, the Goddess of knowledge, for your blessings. Give us wisdom to make this world a better place. We will have a traditional lamp lighting ceremony. I kindly request the dignitaries on the dais to light the traditional lamp and inaugurate the conference. May I humbly request Honorable CM Sir to share his valuable words on this occasion.
For the third state level anti-human trafficking conference, along with me, the DGP, Sri Jashpal Singh, Dr. Sunita Krishnan Padmasri, Sayonara Lara, Mr. Arun Pandey, and Gossip Silva, and all other dignitaries. Very good morning. We all know that our police force are the strong arms of the government who allow the people of the state to live peacefully and to maintain the law and order in the state. With the changing time, the challenges faced by these machineries have also kept on changing. There are various criminal mind and work position threat to the safety and well-being of the people, and our police machineries are also up to date and ready to fight out of this evil and keep our state secure. One of the major causes of concern across the country is the menace of human trafficking. The trafficking in human being the serious concern which leads to the exploitation in the form of prostitution, the forced marriages, begging, organ trade, drug trafficking, and arms smuggling also. Human trafficking is prohibited under the Article 23(1) of the Constitution of India, and which read as follows: the traffic in human beings and beggars and other similar forms of the forced labours are prohibited, and many contraventions of this provision shall be an offence punished in according with law. Government of India has been supplementing the efforts of the state government by providing the policy guidelines and financial assistance for modernization of the state police force in terms of training and other infrastructure support. The major initiatives by the MHA in this regards includes the providing advisory from time to time to the state in handling the human trafficking cases, providing the financial assistance to the state for setting up of anti-human trafficking units, providing the training to the state police personnel in prevention and investigation of human trafficking cases. The state will be able to tackle this menace of organized crime in an efficient and effective manner the following the Supreme Court's directions and recommendations of UNODC on the protocol and SOP and advisories of the Government of India to deal with the trafficking cases. MHA holds a regular meeting with the concerned stakeholders on the issue of human trafficking from time to time. Last week, the Union Home Minister Sri Amit Shah Ji had chaired the virtual meeting with the Chief Minister and Home Minister of the Western region on this very topic. That shows the seriousness with which our central government is addressing this type of issues. The regular coordination in the various stakeholders, police officers, regular exchange of information about the trafficking and organizing the training program to the concerned officers, monitoring the activity of the private travel agencies can play the major role in combating the menace of trafficking. To meet these objectives, the MHA support to the state to hold the judicial, colloquiumous and a state level conference to sensitize to the concerned officer about the issues involved in trafficking cases. The main objectives to holding the state level conference on the human trafficking which as follows: to sensitize the law enforcement agency and other concerned departments, NGOs in the state on the issues related to the trafficking, to enable the law enforcement officers to detect the trafficking incidents and take the appropriate action, to bring the positive change in the attitude of the police officers, improving their functioning and equip them with the adequate knowledge of this issue, to bring their attention and coordination with all the stakeholders with the view to provide the relief to the trafficking victim and also to help them to avoid the re-victimization of trafficking. To explain to them the necessities to share the information with the appropriate authorities about the trafficking gangs and to understand their mode of operandi. Trafficking in human being is a serious crime and which take away their human rights. The victim of trafficking is often face the extreme hardship in terms of the physical violence, sexual abuse, the harassment threats and coercions, etc. The strengthening cooperation and establishing the interstate communication between the state and neighboring countries can be the effective tools in countering the trafficking. With the regular guidance, training and sensitizing all the stakeholders in the state, we will be able to tackle the menace of the human trafficking in an effective manner. To meet the objectives of the sensitizing the officers of the state and making them aware of the latest law, rule and modus operandi and which the traffickers use in learning and trafficking the victims, the MHA has encouraging the state to hold such type of conferences. I am confident that this conference will have the comprehensive discussions and deliberation on various aspects associated with the effective tackling this menace. I look forward to creating a strong strategy to eliminate this evil from the state of Goa and to create the role model especially for the smaller state like Goa. Let us all create a plan of action for the rehabilitation of the victim in human trafficking so that they will be able to lead the life of dignitaries in which I am sure and that the local NGOs is working in this sector will play the major role. With this, I am confident this conference will be the successful. मुळात पुरा एक कॉन्फरन्स सोंपल्या उपरांत हांव एक 2-3 गजाली मुद्दामून तुमच्या लक्षांत हाडपाक सोदतां त्यो म्हज्या आतांच लक्षांत आयल्यो आनी हांव DGP कडेन ह्या विशयाचेर उलयतालो. आमी एके वटेंतल्यान जे ह्युमन ट्रॅफिकिंग पळयता आमी सगळे जाण गोंयांतले जे आज हांगासर आयल्या जे पुलीस ऑफिसर्स आसतले, PPs आसतले स्पेशली, NGOs आसतले जे डे टू डे तेचे कडेन ट्रीट करता, रिपोर्टर्स आसतले जे स्पेशली हाज्या बद्दल ह्युमन अवेअरनेस क्रिएट करता. आमकां खूब जाणांक दिसता की ह्युमन ट्रॅफिकिंग स्पेशली द गर्ल्स, लेडीज जेंकां आमी फ्रॉम द डिफरंट कंट्रीज किंवा डिफरंट स्टेट्स हांगासर हाडटा आनी स्पेशली आमच्या स्टेटीत तरी फॉर द प्रॉस्टिट्यूशन्स आनी बॅगिंग हाज्याच खातीर वापरता काय कितें. पण आमी एकदां ह्या गोष्टीचेर लक्षांत घेयना की आमच्यातलेच गोवन जेंकां फॉरेन कंट्रीजान व्हरतात आनी जेंकां खऱ्या अर्थात तांचेय बी ह्युमन ट्रॅफिकिंगूच जाता. 8 दिसां पयलींचीच गजाल जी म्हज्या मुद्दामून लक्षांत आयली, म्हज्या ऑफिसा कडेन तेंच्यांनी कोऑर्डिनेशन केलें. हांव गोंयच्या समेस्त आमच्या गोंयच्या भुरग्यांक कळपाक जाय म्हणून ही गजाल मुद्दामून मेन्शन करता. 8 दिसां पयलीं एक 8 जण भुरगे म्हज्या ऑफिसा कडेन आयले आनी आमचे 2.5 लाख रुपया घेतल्या म्हणपाक लागले. कोण तरी समवन एजंट, जो एजंट तांचे पासपोर्ट करून दिता, विजा दिता आनी तुमकां भायर व्हरता म्हणून. कोणाचे 2.5 लाख घेतल्या, कोणाचे 3.5 लाख घेतल्या, कोणाचे 5 लाख घेतल्या. भितरले एक 10 जाणांक तरी भायर धाडलेय बी. भायर जेंचे धाडल्या तांच्यांनी कोऑर्डिनेशन केल्या उपरांत त्या भुरग्यांक सांगलें तुमी आनी येवं नाकात, आमच्या हांगा जे हाल चल्ल्या आमकां जेवण मेळना आनी एकट्याक तर भितर उडयला थंयसर फॉरेन कंट्रीन समवेर खंयच्या तरी स्मॉल कंट्रीन. त्या एजंटा कडल्यान तुमी तुमचे पयशे परत घेयात. तो गेले कितलेशेच दीस ते वतात त्या एजंटाक धरतात आनी आमचे पयशे दी, आमचे पयशे दी. तो काय तेंचे पयशे परत दिना. वेन दे हॅव कॉन्टॅक्टेड माय ऑफिस, हांवें म्हाज्या ऑफिसान आशिल्लो DSP तुशाराक सांगलें तांकां घेवन he has contacted to the DGP त्याच्याकडे वचून रोखडो ताका अरेस्टूय केलो, अरेस्ट करून ताका भितरूय उडयलो आणि तांचे पयशे ताका रिफंडूय करपाक लायले, ताजेर केसूय फायल केली. पण अशे कितलेशेच जाणां म्हणजे गोवन आणि इंडियन जेका तुका फॉरेनाक जॉब दिता म्हणून व्हरता, आमी खरेंच ताजेर ह्युमन ट्रॅफिकिंग म्हणून पळयता काय कितें? ताजेर ह्युमन ट्रॅफिकिंग म्हणूनच पळोवपाक जाय. केन्ना केन्ना म्हाका दिसता म्हणजे बिकॉज ऑफ अवर लॉज ते अशेंच सुटून वता, ते परत आपलें दुकान सुरू करता. म्हणजे पयलींचे गेल्ले दुकान बंद करता, नवीन दुकान सुरू करता, नवीन लोक ताका बळी पडत आसा. अशे कितलेशेच गोंयचे भुरगे आपल्याक बरो जॉब आनी सांगता आसतना ते तुका 1 लाख सॅलरी मेळटली. हांगासर ते बारीकसो जॉब करपा खातीर पळयना, ते 1 लाख सॅलरी मेळटली म्हणून ताच्या बरोबर ताका बळी पडटा आणि ते फॉरेनाक वता आणि त्रासांनी पडटा. असे कितलेशेच लोक पडलेले आहा. दॅट ऑल्सो कम्स अंडर द ह्युमन ट्रॅफिकिंग. म्हाका दिसता आमचे गोंयकार अवेर जावपाची गरज आसा आणि स्पेशली ज्यो एडवर्टायजमेंट येता ताजेर आमचे पुलीस फोर्स सेन्सिटायज जावपाची गरज आसा. म्हणजे कंप्लेन येवची म्हणजे विदाउट टू वेट टील द कंप्लेन कम्स. कोणाची तरी कोण तरी कंप्लेन करतलो आणि मागीरूच ताका आमी भितर उडयतले. जेन्ना जेन्ना म्हाका दिसता स्पेशली आमच्या सगळे एनजीओ आसतले, पीपीज आसतले, एडवोकेट्स आसतले, जे कोण रिपोर्टर्स आसतले, जे सगळे आमी जेंका म्हणटा की दोज आर द स्टेक होल्डर्स वर्किंग इन एंटी ट्रॅफिकिंग, ह्या सगळ्या जाणांनी एक्ट जावपाची गरज आसा असल्या विशयाचेर. आमी जर एक्ट जायना जाले आमी फक्त म्हणटले ह्युमन ट्रॅफिका खातीर कोण तरी जे भायल्यान चलयो धरून हाडटा हांगासर ताका नो, तितक्याचेर ना ते. हे खूप व्हडलें आसा. दिस इज वेगवेगळ्या पद्दतीची गँग्स जी वेगवेगळ्या पद्दतीन काम करता. त्या खातीर आमी सगळ्यांनी म्हणजे तेंची मोड ऑफ ऑपरेंडी वेगळी आसतली किंवा तेंचे ट्रॅफिकिंग करपाचे थोडे जाण ओन्ली फॉर द म्हणजे किड्स तांकां ट्रॅफिक करता, थोडे जाण ओन्ली फॉर द लेडीज. इन द सेम वे द यूथ हांगासल्यान ट्रॅफिकिंग थंय केलें वता. दीज आर ऑल्सो म्हणजे ह्युमन ट्रॅफिकिंग आसा. त्याचे आमी सगळ्यांनी सेन्सिटायज करचे पडटले सगळ्या भुरग्यांक. म्हणजे तुमी ह्युमन ट्रॅफिकिंगाक बळी पडचे न्ही. आणि अकॉर्डिंग टू जर आमी एम्स ऑब्जेक्टिव्स इन कोऑर्डिनेशन विथ द गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया MHAची गायडलायनी प्रमाणे जर आमी काम केलें, आमचो एम्स ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह जर सक्सेसफुली आमी जर फुलफिल केलो आणि आयच्या वर्कशॉपात म्हाका दिसता जे जे तुमकां लेक्चर्स दिवपा खातीर आयच्या कॉन्फरन्सात आमी जर फॉलो केले प्रत्येकान जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता गोवा विल बी हांवें जशें म्हटलां रोल मॉडेल. आमी ह्युमन ट्रॅफिकिंग करूंक दिवचे ना, करूंक जावचे ना. म्हणजे डिफरंट वेगवेगळे हांवें एक दीस मिस्टर अरुण पांडे हांच्या कडेन उलयतालो. त्यांनी वेगवेगळे ह्युमन ट्रॅफिकिंगच्यो गजाली म्हाका सांगल्यो की कशा पद्दतीन फ्रॉम द डिफरंट कंट्रीज आणि स्पेशली ज्यो कंट्रीज पुअर कंट्री आसा थंयसल्यान ह्युमन ट्रॅफिकिंग हांगासर जाता ते तेणी एक्सप्लेन केले. आणि वेगवेगळ्या स्टेटींनी ज्या स्टेटींतल्या हांगासर हाडले वता किंवा एक दोन मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटीज ज्यो आसा जे गोवा आसतले, हैदराबाद आसतले, मुंबय आसतले, दिल्ली आसतले, ह्या सिटींनी ज्या पद्दतीचे ह्युमन ट्रॅफिकिंग जावपाक शकता इन कोऑर्डिनेशनान जर आमी काम केलें आसत जाल्यार खूब बऱ्या पद्दतीचें काम गोंय रोल मॉडेल म्हणून करपाक शकतले. म्हाका दिसता आफ्टर दीस वर्कशॉप, आफ्टर दीस सेन्सिटायझेशन टू ऑल द स्टेक होल्डर्स, आमी सगळे जाण सेन्सिटीव जावन जर हे काम केलें आसत जाल्यार आमी बरें काम करपाक शकतले. सो दॅट आयच्या ह्या वर्कशॉपाक शुभेच्छा दिता आसतना गोंयांत ह्युमन ट्रॅफिकिंग करूंक दिवचें न्ही, करूंक म्हणजे करपाक आमी कशेंच दिवचें ना, ताच्या खातीर आमी सगळे जाण काम करतले हाजी हांव अपेक्षा बाळगिता. हांगासर जे सगळे जाण आयल्या जे हाजो अवेअरनेस करपा खातीर जो आमी बाकीच्या सगळ्यांच्या मदीं जो अवेअरनेस करपाक जाय, ईच अँड एवरी स्मॉल थिंग्स ताज्या बद्दल आमी सगळे जाण मोठ्या प्रमाणात अवेअरनेस सगळे जाण करतले हाजी अपेक्षा करता. आनी खास करून माय मिडिया फ्रेंड्स, तुम्ही सगळ्यांनी मोठ्या प्रमाणात अवेअरनेस जर केले जाल्यार 2 गजाली हितून लोकांचे पयशे वाचतले आनी जीवूय वाचतलो. हांव पयशे वाचतले एकाच खातीर म्हणटा, दर वर्सा हो जर फ्रॉड तुम्ही काडून पळयलो विच क्रोड्स ऑफ रुपीज सिंगल फ्रॉम द गोवा स्टेट, क्रोड्स ऑफ रुपीज गोंयचे भुरगे आपले पयशे लॉस करता. ताका फक्त पेमेंट करपा खातीर आपल्याक बरो जॉब फॉरेन कंट्रीत मेळटलो म्हणून क्रोड्स ऑफ रुपीज अननेसेसरी खंयच्या तरी एजंटाक काडटा आनी दितात आणि स्वतःय त्रासात पडटात त्या खातीर पयशे वाचयतले आणि आपलो जीवूय वाचयतले. गोंयांत खूब बऱ्यो ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज अवेलेबल आसा, खूब मोठ्या प्रमाणात ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज अवेलेबल आसा. आमी जर म्हाका दिसता म्हणजे खूब बऱ्या पद्दतीचे स्किल्ड आणि अपस्किलिंग करपाचें काम जर गोंयांत सुरवात केलें जाल्यार गोंयांत ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी आसा तितकी ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी दुसऱ्या खंयच्याच राज्यांत ना. गोंयच्या तरणाट्यांनी गोंयांत आसलेल्या ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीचो फायदो घेवचो. बळी मोहाक बळी पडचे न्ही की आपल्याक ते 1 लाख रुपया पगार मेळटलो म्हणून जो मोह आसा की थंय चड पगार मेळटलो म्हणून आपूण फॉरेन कंट्रीज वचून काम करतलो, ह्या मोहाक बळी पडून कोणीच कोणाक एजंटांक खंयच्या पयशे दिवचे न्ही. सगळ्या एजंटांची जे इल्लिगली ऑपरेट करता, हांव सगळ्या एजंटांची इल्लिगली ऑपरेट करता तांची दुकानां जाता तितके बेगीन पुलिसांनी बंद करची, कोणाचेच दुकान चालू दवरचें न्ही, जेणे करून अनेक तरेन ह्युमन ट्रॅफिकिंग जाता तें बंद जातलें. इतकेंच सांगता आनी म्हजी 2 उतरां पुराय करता. देव बरें करूं.
Thank you so much, sir. देव तुमका बरें करूं म्हणटा. Today on this state level conference on anti-human trafficking organized by Goa Police, I would like to request our DGP sir to present a small token to our CM sir. Memento.
फाटी मारे फोटोग्राफर. Arian.
Now we break for tea for 15 minutes and then we can continue our session. Thank you so much.